catching up with cricket again.
That's good man. Yeah, another exciting week of IPL action.
Yeah. Okay, let's get here. Just gonna share the screen here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, here it is. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I think where we stopped last week was on this side of the page where we'll just do these briefly. As we predicted, I predicted LSG to beat Punjab, which they did by 21 runs, 199 to 178. But it was a close game at one stage. I remember the openers did very well for Punjab, but that youngster, Mayank Yadav, he was awesome. And then there was GT that beat Sunrisers. I predicted that. But I know you said Sunrisers were going to pull a surprise, but I felt GT at home are pretty damn good. So what were your thoughts so far on those two games?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take this headgear out. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean LSG and PBKS that game there. I mean, if you look at Punjab were cruising in that game, and then as you said, Mayank Yadav. I mean, when I look at this bowler, I think he's the fine of the IPL so far, man. He's got
Hmm.
this is express pace, and then not only that, he's
Hmm.
got control as well, and he
Hmm.
caused them so many problems, especially that middle order. And in a way, I think Punjab capitulated in that chase, eh?
Hmm.
They kind of capitulated in that chase, the way they just fell away after that fantastic opening stand between Besto and Shikhar.
Yeah.
So yeah, there wasn't much assistance in that middle order for Punjab, but I thought, at the halfway mark, the score was probably gettable. I mean, with 10
Hmm.
wickets in hand and what is it, over 100 on the board, you back yourself to chase this down.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, eh?
Yeah, and this Sunrisers and GT.
Yeah, I mean, this was a strange performance from Sunrisers. Eh? I thought they were a bit timid with the bat. Uh, I mean, what we saw from them in the previous game against Mumbai and how explosive they were, especially in the power play. They seem to like fall into the. They seem like to fall into their shell a bit there in this game. Yeah, I mean, 160 against GT at Narendra Modi Stadium is never going to be enough, and it proved to be. GT actually cruised home. I mean, Miller had a nice cameo there, and I was surprised he got dropped for the next game. I mean, very surprised after that kind of.
Oh, oh, I thought he was
Yeah.
injured.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was injured. Yes. Apologies. He was injured. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
don't think they'll ever drop him in their wildest dreams, man.
absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, it was an injury. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, great cameo from Miller.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I mean, Sunrisers, if they look at the innings and analyze it thoroughly, they probably were 20-25 runs short, of a
Hmm.
good total on that pitch. So I
Yeah.
think 190 would have been pretty competitive, eh?
Yep. Okay, so we look at Daredevil then CSK. This one I got wrong. I predicted CSK to win, but I think Daredevil deserved to win.
I did say Delhi. I mean, the only chance that Delhi got of winning this game is if they bat first
Hmm. Hmm.
and put a total on, and exactly what they did, hey. Yeah, I mean, it was quite a performance from them, and this is something that we've been waiting the whole season from DC. Finally, they clicked with their bowling and their batting. Um and finally, Rishabh Pant's captaincy was something
Hmm.
to admire.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was a good performance, against a really quality team and probably one of the favorites for the tournament, hey.
Okay, so we'll look at the next one, Mumbai and Rajasthan Royals. And this was a funeral of a match. I didn't expect this result.
Absolutely putrid performance from Mumbai. So, I mean, in home conditions
Hmm.
on that pitch.
It was a
I mean,
spicy pitch, eh?
when the I mean, let's be honest. I mean, sky is not there for Mumbai at the
Yeah.
moment. But I mean, honestly, with that batting lineup
Hmm.
to go out and make the score that they did, batting first.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's never going to be enough in IPL, Sid. I mean, you need an
Yeah.
absolute miracle to try and
Hmm.
defend a score like that. It was one of the worst batting displays I've seen from Mumbai in a long time. I don't know if you agree with me. There was no kind of rhythm to that total. I mean, that innings. I mean, ever since uh, Rohit nick behind. I mean, it was just a downward spiral thereafter. Eh? I mean,
Yeah. But I
fantastic,
think.
fantastic from Rajasthan. I mean,
Hmm.
mind you,
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't expect them to be doing this well, eh?
Okay.
And this, yeah, I mean, they in the top three at the moment, top two. I mean, unbeaten, playing some brilliant cricket, and another big game for them today. We'll go into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is a side on the up. I mean, if you look at that opening pair of Berger and
Hmm.
Paul, they did the business. They dismantled this MI batting lineup in the power play.
Yeah, but let's be honest. It was a spicy pitch, eh? And I thought if they'd made 150 to 160, it would have been competitive.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, 150, 160 would have been competitive because it wasn't a typical Mumbai pitch where
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
going to get these
Hmm.
190, 200 scores.
Hmm.
It was. I could say the ball was holding up there in the wicket. It didn't make for free flow,
Hmm.
but I mean, again, uh, it never was a 120 pitch, which is what
Yeah.
Mumbai managed to achieve. And I mean, yeah, I mean, think about it. Things are unraveling for Mumbai this season, eh?
But then if you look at the history of Mumbai, they normally start like this. I think the worst run they had was 5 losses, and they still won the IPL. So I think they still need to lose 2 more, then we can start talking.
Remember, they had Malinga in those days, eh? They had
Oh
Malinga,
yeah. Oh yeah,
and they
that's
don't have
true.
Malinga anymore. So that is a big factor, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Another funeral of a game, especially if you're an RCB fan, was the 181 for 5 and the 153 all out. I think Main Yadav was also sensational in this match.
Absolutely. I mean, there's I mean, there's not enough superlatives to speak about this kid. I mean, 21 years of age.
Hmm.
I mean, he's got express pace, and
Hmm.
not just express pace. He's got control as well.
Hmm.
And yeah, story of the season for RCB. Unfortunately, eh?
Hmm.
They did have their chances in this game. Eh? I think the
Yeah.
scoreline is a bit flattering in the sense that to think that you know Lucknow was so in front. Uh, I mean, if you look at that score, 181, the bowling in the last 2 overs from RCB you know, was pretty poor. Um, and that's how they got to that total because I thought if it was, they probably, with the way Lucknow were batting, they probably were looking at around 160, 165, which RCB would have chased. And then again, as I said, story of the season for RCB, there's no batsman that's in form at the moment besides
Hmm.
Kohli. So
Yeah.
it seems like it's Kohli and then inshallah. You never know.
Okay.
You never
Yeah.
know what to expect from this RCB batting lineup. I think they got to take a good look at themselves. I mean, a lot of those senior players. I mean, the likes of Faf, the likes of Maxwell. I mean,
Hmm.
DK. He's had his moments in this tournament.
Hmm.
Uh, Obviously, you can't be too hard on him. He's coming up the
Yeah.
order. I mean, Rawat has been a real disappointment. I actually think he needs to be dropped next game and
Okay.
give DK the gloves. I think it's
Yeah.
best to give DK the gloves next game because I think
Yeah.
DK is a brilliant wicketkeeper. You don't really need to play Rawat when
Yeah.
he's not scoring any runs. I mean, he can't buy a run at the moment. Let's be honest. Uh, so I mean, I wouldn't mind putting a guy like Lomro
Yep.
into the lineup. I was pretty impressed with him. But yeah, I mean, there's so many RCB players that are out of form, so
Yeah.
and the thing is, when your top four is not performing, these are the kind of results you're going to get. You're going to get this inconsistency, and that is why they are where they are at the table, rooted towards the bottom three. And
Yeah.
I guess they need to have a good look at themselves, good reflection,
Hmm.
see
Hmm.
how they can change this, because it's not going to get any easier with Rajasthan, hey, and Berger and bowling thunderballs in that power play today.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to my team against Daredevils. And yeah, as much as my team were impressive, I think Daredevils were really clumsy in this match. I think they kind of dropped down to earth after beating Chennai, I think.
Yeah, another team that's probably on a downward spiral, just like RCB and Emma at the moment. I mean, yeah, probably one of the worst performances from Delhi, hey,
Hmm.
in a long time. I mean, conceding 270.
Hmm.
But I mean, KKR, you got to give it to them. I mean, this batting lineup is probably, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's
Hmm.
probably one of the most feared batting lineups in the tournament so far. I mean, Salt and Narayan opening the innings, and then you've got
Hmm.
the likes of Dre Ras, you've got the likes of Rinku, you got the likes of Shreyas coming in, the finesse of Shreyas Iyer. You've got so many options in this batting lineup, so many players that can score runs. I mean,
Hmm.
Venki as well. I mean, he scored 50 the other day. So there's a lot of quality in this batting lineup, and obviously Narayan. I mean, pretty impressive as a pinch hitter. Eh? Up the
Yes.
order, they put him. They took a risk, they took a gamble, but I mean, boy, is it paying off. Eh? I mean, he's taking bowling attacks to the cleaners in the power play.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. But I
So
don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
good times for your club, eh? Good times for your club.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect this, but I mean, three in a row, and this is the first time, surprisingly, that KKR has actually won three in a row, eh? In a season. So this is like
Okay.
groundbreaking stuff
Okay.
for KKR this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. As long as they keep it up. But I don't mind them losing a few. Otherwise, if you peak too early, you end up choking.
I know all too well about that, eh? You don't have to remind me.
Okay, we look at GT and Punjab, and I know this. I think this match upset you yesterday because Punjab won by 3 wickets. I think Shashank did very well yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, again, this was a game that swung, ebbed and flow. But I mean, Shushank Singh, I mean, what an innings from him, eh? I mean, at one stage, Punjab were really steering down the battle here, eh?
Yeah,
They were about 100 for 5, and I mean, what an innings! It was a dynamic innings, eh? It was actually a pretty good game to watch in the end, eh?
yeah,
Uh, I mean, probably if I look at most of the games this week, this was probably the game of the week so far, eh? In terms
yeah.
of having that drama
Hmm.
and taking it right down to the wire. Great game to watch, but I mean, GT still playing some good cricket, eh? I mean, they shouldn't be too disappointed with the way they performed.
No, no,
It was just a
no.
fantastic innings that took the game away from them, and you're going to get that in IPL.
I
It's
think the
it's the
dew
nature of
affected
the
them.
beast. It's the nature of the game. You're going to get that in IPL, and yeah, it was a great game, Sid. It was a great game in the end to watch. You
Yeah,
could have felt that GT were lacking that. I would say that push in the last 5 overs, and that's where Miller obviously is so important in terms of finishing the
yeah,
innings. But I mean, Tewatia did quite a good job, eh?
yeah,
Getting
yeah.
them to that total. Yeah.
But I think the dew affected them, man, when they were bowling towards
Yeah,
the end.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to mention the dew. The dew was an issue,
Hmm.
especially towards the back end. I think
Hmm.
GT struggled towards the back end of the innings to obviously control the ball. But I
Hmm.
mean, Noor and Rashid bowled beautifully, hey?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have CSK and Sunrisers. A bit of an upset, but Sunrisers are playing great cricket under Pat Cummins, and they won by 6 wickets.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought, CSK losing two in a row?
Yeah.
One of the favorites for the tournament. And yeah, look, 160 on that wicket against this batting lineup the Sunrisers possess is never going to be enough. But I felt CSK, I mean, did well to stay in the game, eh?
Hmm.
Trying to take it as deep as possible. But yeah, I mean, Sunrisers on their day, as I said, they can come up with these performances, eh? and Cummins has captained them quite well so far.
Hmm.
I've been very, very impressed with his captaincy as well, especially in that Mumbai game where things could have,
Hmm.
ran away from them a bit because Mumbai was going hammer and tong, and then he came in and he bowled those hard lengths, which he's so good
Hmm.
at. Cummins, and we saw in the World Cup as well. That
Ugh.
makes it so difficult to get under.
Hmm.
Yeah, so a brilliant bowling performance from Sunrisers, I must say. I thought they
Yeah.
controlled that innings really, really well with the ball. I mean, restricting a side like CSK to 160 is pretty good, hey? And
Yep.
yeah, I mean, that power play with Head and Abhishek was amazing. I mean, what was it, 62 after 3 overs? Really explosive stuff, hey? I think Head has been a great addition to this lineup set. So, yeah, a side on the up, a dangerous team, eh? A dangerous team. You don't want to take the Sunrisers team lightly at all. And I think you probably saw CSK kind of underestimate them yesterday. What do you think?
Uh, I wouldn't think CSK underestimates anybody. I just think Sunrisers are playing much better this year, and I think it does help that they have a guy who's really captaining at the top of his game, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, can this guy do anything wrong, eh? Cummins, he's had a fantastic year. I mean, if he had to top it off with the IPL, I mean, it's still a long way to
Hmm.
go. There's a lot of
Yeah.
teams that are playing good cricket. I just think KKR and Rajasthan probably the two standout teams at the moment.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, along with Lucknow. I mean, Lucknow is pretty dangerous, eh?
Yep.
They're playing some decent cricket, and I think Mayank Yadav is such a weapon for them
Hmm.
this year. It's something they lacked
Yeah.
in their bowling last year. I mean, somebody that could just like change the game for them on the ball. And here we have a bowler, fantastic. I mean, people are talking about him trying to get into the Indian side for the 50 over World Cup. I mean, who knows, eh? I mean, this is where dreams begin at the IPL.
Yeah. He could be India's secret weapon.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll look at. Okay, now let's get to the matches for today and tomorrow. Number second on the table, Rajasthan Royals against your team that's third last, actually. So definitely your team needs to win, no doubts about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we spoke about this last week. So, I mean, must win against who was it? Against Lucknow,
Okay.
and we all know what a mess they made of that game. But again, I mean, a lot of is expected of Faf, a lot is expected of Maxwell. They
Hmm.
haven't performed this tournament. We haven't seen the
Yeah.
best of them. I mean, the fans deserve better, don't you think? The fans deserve better.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they, they, they I mean, they paying their money to watch these players, and these players have to deliver. But the only thing I can think of here is they're playing away from home, so that might just help them, eh? Because
Yeah.
I think playing at Chinnaswamy is really getting to RCB in a way.
Hmm.
So maybe away comforts might just help them in this game, hey? It's all about
Yeah.
the way they start,
Hmm.
and yeah, I mean, could be a game for Faf, could be a game for Maxwell. Let's hope and see. Last year, RCB did have a good run with against Rajasthan. Hey, beat them home and away. So
Wow.
anything is possible. So, but I mean, if you look the way Rajasthan is playing this year, it's a different ball game. But again, I mean, if you really want to win games in the IPL, you've got to post those totals. And I think 190, 200 is going to be crucial batting first.
Yeah. I think
And,
they'll. Yeah.
you know, uh, and then obviously they've got to look at their bowling as well.
Hmm.
I don't think Topley was a good selection for the previous game. I would definitely bring in Lockie. Hey,
Okay.
I would definitely bring in Lockie as the overseas pro. And yeah, I hope they had some good conversations, some hard conversations after the game at Chinnaswamy on Tuesday, because that was an abject performance
Hmm.
in front of home fans. Eh?
Yeah. Okay, we'll go for tomorrow there quickly. Mumbai and Daredevils, and I'm going with Mumbai to win because they just got to win.
Yeah, I mean, two struggling teams. Say this is going to be an interesting game, eh?
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, I don't want to use the word, but this is like a kind of a wooden spoon game at the moment. At the moment, it's still early days. It's still early days, but looking at the way both teams are playing, uh, you Surya Kumar is back. Now that is a real boost. That
Hmm.
is a real boost for Mumbai. If Sky is back in this team, I mean, this really strengthens their batting lineup. In the sense, there's been so much of inconsistency from Mumbai in terms of their batting lineup. So with Sky back, this really makes them favorites, I believe. Yeah, it does.
Okay, I just want to look at something here with Daredevils quickly. Okay, no, they signed much standard. Okay, so but who are you predicting to win, by the way?
Look, a home ground at Wankhede. I mean, as you said, it's a must-win for Mumbai because I think four in a row is probably going to be too much for them, even
Okay.
with all the talent that Mumbai possesses. I mean, this is not the Mumbai of years gone by. So
Hmm.
we need to be really realistic here in
Hmm.
that sense. This is not the same Mumbai team of previous years with Polly and
Hmm. Hmm.
Maninga that could just turn things around,
Yeah, and
and
also
work
that side
wonders.
had a lot of self belief.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's a must-win game for Mumbai. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think Mumbai will win.
Okay. So the next
Yeah.
one here is Lucknow and Gujarat titles, and I'm going. It's a tough one. I like Gujarat, but Lucknow's playing so well at home, so I'll go with Lucknow.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing with Lucknow, as you said, they got this weapon now in
Hmm.
Yadav.
Hmm.
I mean, what an amazing bowler, and
Hmm.
it's going to be interesting to see how GT tries and combats that because no team has been able to do it so far. Punjab has
Hmm.
failed, RCB has failed. I mean, we saw how we blew away that 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 middle order of RCB. So yeah, this is going to be a tough one, eh? For GT, I believe. Uh, yeah, I'd probably go Lucknow as well, hey.
Okay, you want to preview any more, or you're just happy with this so far?
Yeah, I think we're fine, eh. I think we're fine with these for now. But
Okay, and
yeah,
before
I
I
think
was
we
just
I
gonna
think we can
ask,
review. I
sorry.
think we can review that Monday game quickly because it's
Okay.
your team against CSK. Wow, what a game!
Oh yes,
Now
I
it
think
really gets
Chennai.
interesting.
That's Chennai. I think Chennai are gonna win, eh? It's at home.
Yeah, but I mean, KKR has played so fearless. I mean, the one thing about KKR this season, in previous seasons gone by, I mean, they've been fearless. They've been fearless this season, especially with the bat. I mean, some of those scores in the power play are like outrageous, Sid. I mean, absolutely
Hmm.
insane. I mean, you're scoring 80, 85, and 91 in a power play. I mean, that really, sets up the inning so beautifully for your middle order to come and do damage. So yeah, I think it's a massive game for CSK as well, eh? I mean, two losses in a row, and playing against the form team of the tournament so far. Would you believe the form team of the tournament in KKR?
Yep.
So yeah, let's see
Yeah.
how it goes, eh?
Before we wrap,
To me,
yeah.
it's more of a 50-50 kind of game, eh? I would say,
Okay.
yeah,
If it was in KKR, I would have said it was KKR to win. But in Chennai, I think they might get a pitch that'll turn. So that might actually suit them.
yeah. But to be fair to you, I think the Chennai pitches have been a lot better this year, eh?
Yeah, I was
Compared to
going to ask
previous
you.
seasons. So
Have you noticed the
yeah,
pitches are pretty similar this year in every single
absolutely,
venue?
yeah, that's true.
It's like they're kind of preparing for this year's World Cup in a way.
Well, I guess that's the plan, hey? Because I mean, after this tournament, there's not much preparation time. Because I think the first fixture of the World Cup is on the 1st of June, and let me tell you that's gonna it's gonna fly before you know it. We will be in the Caribbean and getting ready for this World Cup against there's a lot more teams this year in the tournament, and some new stadiums. Not sure how the pitches are going to play. Going to be interesting, eh?
Okay, any final words before we wrap off?
Yeah, man. Have a great weekend, buddy, and chat to you soon.